Throws it up for Ayton. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks Lads. Joined with my guy, Mr. Big Ball Ben Larson. We are live and direct Tuesday night. For those that are unaware, we are going to be breaking down Major League Baseball games for Wednesday's slate. Looking forward to getting some winners. Our shows usually do pretty well. Not to brag or anything, but our Wednesday shows usually do pretty well. It can't go any worse than Sunday night. I think we have
okay.
I think we had one play hit on Sunday on our Sunday night show.
Well, I was 1 for 1.
Let me see. Hold on a moment. You had
The over didn't hit, but the
you had over 5.5 Oilers, under 7.5 Yankees Mariners.
Oh no, that's right, because that lost it in the
over.
9th inning.
Yeah, and then you had Vancouver
right.
money line, and that also they lost.
Which one?
Vancouver money line.
Yeah.
And then Irv had Oilers, Nats plus 1.5, so those both hit. And then he had the under as well in New York, Seattle, which didn't hit. And then I had Mariners, which hit, O's, which should have hit, but didn't. And then under in the Minnesota-Washington game, and that flew over because Pablo Lopez got fucking shelled.
Yeah.
Which I was not expecting. But that's how it goes sometimes, you know. It is what it is. That's baseball. And, that's why we handicap these games. We try to get, the crazy. We try to get all the crazy out of it and get the best possible outcome. And that's why we're here. But, it's been a unusual, it's been a kind of unusual start to the Major League Baseball season. The only reason why I say that is because, 2 years ago, Ben, we really had like a really good top level talent teams, and then we just had like a ton of shit teams, dude. And this year we have like the good teams, but I don't think they're like that much greater than the rest of the pack. But we only the National League only has 5 teams that are over 500. 5. That's it. 5 teams that are over 500. The rest of them are under 500. Like, that's how bad the NL has been. And then as far as the AL goes, like, you have the Mariners, the Yankees, the Orioles, and then you got the Guardians, Royals, and Twins. And then you just got, like, a bunch of teams that are kind of, like, hovering with 500, like the Red Sox and Rays.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got, like, the Angels, the A's, the Astros. You know what I mean? Like, your bottom tier. But, I mean, like, even the A's and Angels, for what it's worth, have both showed signs of life that, like, they can be good teams, right?
Yeah.
So it's, like, really the only team that, like, we're like, oh, this team fucking stinks is Chicago. Like, that's the only team that, like, absolutely sucks. And then on the NL side, you got teams like the Cincinnati Reds, who we thought were going to be good, who are in last place, are 8 games under 500. The Rockies, we knew were going to stink. They're 15-32. The Diamondbacks are 22-26, but they've been injured. They're beating the Dodgers right now as we speak. They're probably going to win that game. It's in the 9th inning. They're up by 6, so they should. Or they're up by 4, I'm sorry. And then you got the Giants, too, who have been, like, kind of injured. Padres, they're kind of... It's tough to gauge them, man. They're so up and down. It's just, like, a weird mix of teams, dude. Like, it's just a weird year so far.
Yeah, I lost you for a second there, but I definitely agree with you on that. The middle ground is so much bigger this year than we've seen easily in the last 2 decades, I want to say, in the 2000s baseball. Um, and we were talking about on Sunday that there's really only 3 teams that are out at this point, and not
Yeah.
even out. They still have an opportunity. We know they're not, but the White Sox, they're likely out of it. The Rockies, they're likely out of it. And from there, everybody else kind of has a shot.
Yeah, and like there's a ton of parity this year. Like,
Yeah.
and like I keep, talking about the Braves, and I'm like, all right, at some point the Braves are gonna like figure it out, and they're gonna figure it out. And then it's like today they go 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position, dude. And it's like, are they going to figure it out? And like I keep saying it, and how long am I gonna keep saying that for? And like at this point, they're 6 games back of Philadelphia in the NL East, which is good for me because I have a bet on the Phillies to win the NL East, so I'm happy about that. But I didn't think like it was going to be that big of a gap between the Phillies and the Braves.
Yeah.
And I know we're not even in June yet. I get it. I get there's time. But usually by June, we know who the good teams are and who the bad teams are. We know who the contenders are and who aren't the contenders. Like June is that period where the good teams start to, separate themselves from the rest of the pack. And I feel like we have so many teams that are just like conglomerated inside the middle that I don't know who's going to separate themselves because I have so many questions about so many of these teams. Like every team has strengths and every team has clear weaknesses. And who's going to be selling at this point? Because like you said, every team kind of is like right there and they all have a chance to like make the playoffs at this point. Like nobody's like out of it at this point.
Yeah. Well, and I think we can add a couple more teams there. I didn't say the Marlins. That's on that list. I mean, and you've got a couple teams who are flirting with it. You've got, the 3 teams in the NL West, the Padres, the Giants, and the Diamondbacks. They're all 8.5 games back. They're at least close in the.
But they're close in the wild card.
Yeah, they're close in the wild card, which is a good, opportunity. We knew the Dodgers were going to run away with the division, but you go on a 5-game stretch, which Giants can easily do. We've seen it. They're looking at, being 14.5 games out and probably about what, like 5 games at that point out of the wild card.
Well,
yeah, you lose 5, you win 5, but that's tough to come back from.
I mean, right now, the Giants are
a game out.
Yeah, they're only a game out of the wild card. So I mean, they're not even. They're hella close, and like the Diamondbacks are. And if you're the Giants and the Diamondbacks, you're like, man, we've been battling injuries all season long, and the Giants are actually like they're gonna have to battle injuries throughout the course of the year. Losing Jung-Hoo Lee for the whole season is a tough, but you're looking at it and you're like, bro, we're only a game out and we've been fucking hella injured. Like we're right there, dude. Once we get healthy, like we start clicking. Same thing for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks have been battling injuries all year. Perdomo hasn't played yet.
Carroll's had the shoulder
thing. Their
issues.
Bullpen finally has gotten healthy. Like they finally got Seawald and Ginkel back and Mantiply. So they're starting to like get healthy again. And they're saying the same thing. Like, bro, we're a game out and we haven't even been healthy. And then if you're the Cardinals, Nationals, Mets, Reds, you're like, bro, we're not even 4 games out. Like we're a week of good baseball away from being in this thing, dude.
Huh. Yeah.
And so it's just like hella tough to gauge because like we don't even know who's going to be sellers. Like I think in the AL there's a little more separation as far as like the A's, Angels, and White Sox are pretty much all out of it, but the A's and Angels are only 6.5 back. Like that's not a crazy amount at this point. Like one good stretch of baseball gets you right back in it. And if you're the A's, you're like, bro, we just played the worst baseball of our lives the last 2 weeks, and we're only 6 back.
Yeah,
and they've been battling a lot of injuries too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just crazy. I was looking at the standings earlier, dude, and I was just like, bro, this is fucking nuts, dude. Like, at this point, I don't know who's gonna be fucking trading anybody. Like, and all these teams need pieces, and it's like if no one's trading.
Yeah, but like you said, June is gonna really kind of separate the teams. I mean, we've got another week.
But the thing is, Ben, usually by June we know who is who. Like we know who these teams are, and we don't for a lot of these teams.
No, it's usually by July through June you're getting that separation. This is a lot tighter this year, yes.
We're a third of the way
previous
through
year.
the season. Usually by a third of the way through the season, you know what your team is.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of teams that are playing better than they should be, and we know that.
But at the same
we
point,
know they're gonna regress to the mean.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, like I don't think the Royals are 31-19 good. They still haven't beaten a good team in a series yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, they have one good series win. However, like even if they regress, like how much are they going to regress? Because at the end of the day, like, okay, the Guardians are 32-17. Their two best pitchers have basically, Bieber pitched a game in the third, and Gavin Williams hasn't pitched a fucking single pitch all year, and he's not going to. He's out for the year.
Yeah.
At some point, like I keep saying, like, okay, their starting rotation is gonna regress, and like even their bullpen, like they got guys fucking Karinchak's not playing, Stefan is out for the year. Two of their best relievers. It's like, okay, but they got these other dudes like Hunter Gaddis comes out of nowhere, he's pitching hella well. Sandlin's pitching hella well. Like, I'm like, dude, these guys are gonna regress, but they don't.
They haven't.
They don't.
Yeah.
They haven't. And then it's like you got the Twins, who went on like a 17-3 streak. They won 17 out of 20. And in the other games besides that, they're like 3-23. Like they're just such a streaky team. They have fucking long losing streaks and they have long winning streaks. They're just very streaky. So it's like hard to grasp at where these teams are. But I mean, like, personally, I think the Kansas City Royals are the fourth best team in the AL Central. When all is said and done, like I still think the Tigers are a better team.
Yep.
The Tigers just like their offense hasn't gotten going, and will they? Who knows? But they have the best pitching in the division. They have the best rotation. They have the best bullpen. And arguably best bullpen. Guardians might have a better bullpen, but their offense just hasn't clicked, dude. And we've seen signs of it. We've seen signs of it. There's games where they go off. And then the Royals, like their top three, Bobby Witt, Michael Garcia, or I'm sorry, their top four, Pasquantino and Salvador Perez, like they basically generate all the offense for the Royals, and the rest of that lineup is fucking like super mid.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But let's hop into these games. The first game we're gonna talk about is the Mets and Guardians. We have Jose Quintana. He will be opposing Tristan McKenzie. Right now, this game is basically Cleveland minus $1.22, and the total is basically 8.5. The Guardians have won 5 in a row. And the Mets have lost. How many have they lost in a row? They've lost. I know they won on Sunday, so they've lost 2 in a row. What do you think about this game here, Ben?
Yeah, I mean it's this is a tough one because I think McKenzie's pitching better than better than he really is. It shows. He's had a lot of walks, but also a lot of strikeouts, which is kind of that complete opposite package here that you would see when looking at McKenzie. I mean, his numbers are good. It's 3.23 ERA, but again, it's just I think he's pitching better than he normally does. He's had a couple of rough starts at the beginning of the year, but he's really kind of settled in. And it's like, when is he going to regress back to the means? On the flip side, you've got Quintana, who has had some very bad starts and hasn't gone deep into a lot of games. Really only one. He's gone past the fifth, 5 innings, 5 2/3 area. And you've got a team who hits lefties well. So initially, before looking anything, deep into this, I'm leaning Cleveland here.
So I watched Tristan McKenzie's entire last start. He was not good.
Yeah.
I know the numbers don't say it, but even the broadcast was talking about it. Like, he was effectively wild. And by that I mean like he threw more balls than he did strikes in that start. But he was so all over the place that it was so tough for the Twins, dude. Because like you didn't know where the ball was gonna be. Like he was just he wasn't good, and it happened to work that start. Now Tristan McKenzie normally, like, you know, before he got hurt last year, great starter. But his velocity is down a lot this year. His velo is down. Where are we at? Let me see. I want to get the exact number. So his fastball is down a mile per hour from last year, and his fastball is down, basically almost 2 miles an hour from 2 years ago. So his fastball velo is down a lot. And I think that hurts his case because he throws his four-seam fastball 53% of the time.
Yeah.
Quintana, you're right. He hasn't been good. Expected ERA 5.76. He's much better at home than he is on the road too. Like much better. He does have a 4.56 xFIP. And he does have a 4.77 Sierra, so but I mean those aren't good. You know, better than his ERA, but you know, how much better? I don't know. I don't know how much you expect him to regress or positive regression. His I said he's much better at home than he is away. 7.13 ERA on the road compared to 3.18 at home. Against righties, he's given up 284 average, 360 on base, 404 slugging. He's pretty good against lefties, 233 average against, 512 slugging. So he's given up a lot of home runs and less at bats to lefties. He's really good the first time through the order. Second time through the order, 8.1 ERA. Third time through the order, 6.75.
Wow.
Tristan McKenzie on the flip side, 3.23 ERA. But like I said, hasn't really been good. 5.10 xFIP. 5.16 Sierra. Only a 35% ground ball rate. 20% K rate. 224 BABIP.
He's got a lot of strikeouts.
He only strikes out 7 per 9, which is average. And he walks 5 per 9, dude. That's a lot of fucking walks.
Oh, yeah.
That is a lot of fucking walks.
He's had 40 strikeouts on the year, 28 walks.
He's been good against righties, only a 171 average against, and against lefties, 226 average, 452 slugging. He's given up all his home runs to lefties, 6 home runs against lefties, 0 against righties. He's actually not good first time through the order, 4.67 ERA. Second time through the order, 0.86 ERA. And then third time through the order, 6 ERA. He's only faced 38 total batters third time through, so he doesn't really get deep.
Yeah, he doesn't go deep. He's only gotten past the 5th inning once. Both of these pitchers don't go deep.
Yeah, Quintana's only faced 42 batters third time through.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as we're talking about this, I'm liking the over more and more.
Yeah, my only concern with the over with both these teams is the fact that they have 2 of the best bullpens in baseball.
Yeah, so maybe it's first 5 over.
Cleveland has the best bullpen, 2.45 ERA. New York Mets have the 4th best bullpen, 3.21 ERA.
Yeah, so maybe it's first 5 over. Let's see.
Who did the Guardians use today in the bullpen?
I was just gonna look at that. Let's see. Today was 6 to 7. The Guardians. Oh wow, they threw out a lot of pitchers. So not too many pitches though. Sandelin, 13 pitches. Hentges,
Yep.
16 pitches. Gaddis, 13. Barlow, 19. Heron, 4, and Clase, 13.
So Clase is definitely not pitching tomorrow. It would be his 4th game in a row.
Okay.
He is definitely down. Sandlin probably down. Barlow down.
Sandlin has pitched 2 games in a row. Barlow has pitched 2 games in a row.
Yep. So they probably have Hentges, Avila, Kate Smith, and Heron available. The Mets, let me see what the Mets, because the Mets didn't really use anyone on Monday. Who did they use today?
Mets used Diekman for 22 pitches, Lopez for 16, and Reed Foley for 18.
So Jorge Lopez down.
Yeah, he did. He pitched 2 games in a row.
Their best reliever will be available, though, Reed Garrett.
Okay.
He's probably going to close. Ottavino will be available, their second best reliever. And then they'll have Edwin Diaz. I know Edwin Diaz hasn't been good, but he does have a chip on his shoulder. And it can't be any worse than he's been, dude.
Yeah, it's very true there.
And they're not going to use him to close. So they could use him in like the 7th, maybe even the 6th. So if they have a lead. Now this is the thing, is I know Cleveland against lefties, like I know it's like their numbers are pretty good. David Fry, 251 WRC plus. Estevan Florial, 183 WRC plus. Jose Ramirez, 159 WRC plus. Josh Naylor, 143 WRC plus. Gabriel Arias, 137 WRC plus. Tyler Freeman, 121. However, a lot of these WRC pluses are fucking outrageous. Like 251 for David Fry, that's definitely not going to sustain itself.
Yeah.
He has a 27% walk rate, dude. 387 average against. Like that's going to come down at some point. Esteban Florial, same thing. Like 364 average against lefties, but he has a 36% K rate, dude. He's basically fucking hitting a home run or striking out.
Yeah.
Because he has a 273 ISO. Steven Kwan, he's obviously out. Jose Ramirez, 327 average against, 370 on base, 571 slugging. So like their numbers are coming down, and they've regressed already from the start of the year, because at one point they were like the best team against lefties, and now they're like 6th. And this is historically a lineup that isn't good against lefties.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been good against lefties the last 3 years. So this is new territory. Quintana hasn't been good.
Quintana hasn't been good at all.
His number 1 pitch is a sinker. Cleveland is about league average hitting sinkers. Second pitch is a 4-seamer, which Cleveland is not good at hitting. They're not a good fastball hitting team. They are 24th against fastballs. Let's see how he does in certain hand. So against righties, he's throwing his sinker 27%, 4-seamer 27%, curveball 22%, changeup 22%. So he's basically throwing all 4. 279 batting average against his sinker with an XBA of 345. Only a 16% whiff. His 4-seamer is getting fucking shelled 345 with an XBA of 282. His curveball, he throws that 22% of the time, and the Guardians smack curveballs. They're actually like one of the best teams against curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
So against sinkers, Bo Naylor is their best hitter. David Fry and Josh Naylor. But Quintana is pretty good against lefties. Four-seamer, Josh Naylor, Jimenez, Rocchio, Jose Ramirez. Let me see something. What's the price on the Mets right now? 104. Like, I want to play the
Yeah, 104,
Guardians.
110.
I want to play the Guardians, but dude, I just like with their bullpen usage, dude. I don't want to fucking deal with the
Yeah.
bullpen.
Well, that's why I love first five so much. Both of the bets that I've written down are first five bets, and a lot of that is because exactly what you've stated. The bullpens are questionable for the Guardians, and the Mets have their top guys there, but Cleveland is, looks like the better first half team here.
Yeah, but
When you're looking at Katana and McKenzie.
But McKenzie's like due to get like he can't keep walking this many people and not pay for it.
Yeah, and I think that's why my best bet from this game is going to be the first five over 4, because you can easily have Cleveland go out there and put 4 up against Katana, and you can easily have New York go out there, or not even New York, but McKenzie go out there and walk runs in.
Yeah.
And you both said you said that both of them the second time through the order are not good.
Tristan McKenzie's good the second time through the order. He's not good the first and third time through the order.
I thought you said he was still at like a 5 the second time in the order.
Nah, second time through the order, he has a 0.86 ERA, under 1.
Huh. Okay.
80 batters faced. He's only given up 12 hits against 80 batters, no home runs, 9 walks though. 171 average against 214 slugging. And he's also good at home. He has a 2.97 ERA at home compared to 3.71 on the road.
Yeah, and Katana is horrible on the road. So my 2 bets that I have written down, I haven't decided on which is going to be my best, is Guards first 5 and Mets and Guardians first 5 over.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think there's too many question marks in that bullpen to not question marks, but too many opposing numbers from where we like the first half of the game in the bullpen to bet full game here.
First 5 over might be 5 tomorrow morning though, because the total's at 8.5, but it's juiced to the over, so it's shooting to 9. It's gonna be 9 tomorrow morning. And a lot of books don't put out first 5 bets until the morning. So this could be 4.5 to 5 tomorrow morning. Like it could be 5 juice to the under, like minus 115, or it could be 4.5 juice to the over at minus 115. But I see
9 at a pick 'em for the over under for this game actually.
I even think 5 is first 5 over is a good number.
Yeah, I'd love 4.5 even more.
Yeah, 4.5 would be ideal. I mean, I would even play full game over 8.5 if you can get it. If you can get it 8.5 right now, because the Guardians bullpen's like hell attacks, dude. Like they're not throwing out their top guys tomorrow. Like, there's no way Clase is pitching tomorrow, bro. He's not pitching 4 days in a row. That's insane.
Yep.
His arm's going to fall off.
There's no way Lopez is pitching either.
Yeah. This,
and both of these teams have a strong reliever out.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to back Tristan McKenzie, especially first 5, but his xFIP and his Sierra, like, I mean, they scream out regression, like that he just can't sustain this. But at the same time, is like, there's a lot of pitchers that have been doing that all day, all week. So I mean, I definitely lean Guardians first 5, but I'm with you. I think first 5 over, and I think full game over 8.5 is a fair play as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see a lot of runs, and the Mets are good on the road for some reason. They hit on the road, but they can't hit at home. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Let's see, Mets on the road. Batting .264 with a .329 OBP, .405 slugging, .734 OPS.
111
So,
WRC. They're 6 in WRC plus on the road.
wow. Jesus. 57 points better on the road than at home.
And they also don't strike out a lot, only 19%.
Yeah. Jesus, their OPS is 125 points higher on the road than it is at home.
Yeah.
Jesus.
For some reason, bro, they just cannot hit on at home, bro. I don't know what it is.
So, yeah, I think you're right. You can take full game over.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's the play. All right, let's move over to Tigers and Royals. The Royals have taken the first 2. Although the first game, I'll put an asterisk next to it because Reese Olson got hurt in the second inning, so the Tigers were kind of fucked. Right now, the Tigers are a $1.16 favorite. Kansas City on the other side, minus $1.02. The total is at 7.5, juice to the under. And the reason for that is we got Tyreek Skubal against Cole Ragans. Each team's best pitcher. What do you think about
each pitcher coming off a hell of a start too?
Yeah. Well, Skubal's been pretty much good in every fucking start.
Yeah, no, but he just went 6 innings with 1 hit against Arizona.
Yeah,
6 strikeouts, no walks.
Against an Arizona team that fucking smacks lefties too.
Yeah.
His worst start is against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium because they play in a little league park.
He had a bad start against Oakland too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking
and Texas.
Vaunted Oakland A's lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder. It's like you've seen Ragans, like Ragans, you fucking Raggington. He's had some bad starts. I mean, his start against Baltimore was horrid. His start against the Angels was horrid.
Two teams that smack lefties though.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you wonder what that's really going to look like in the long run. Let's see, Detroit against lefties. They're about the same as they are against righties. Not great either way.
I was gonna say it doesn't. They haven't been hitting against anybody, dude.
Yeah, not great either way. And then you got a Kansas City team who hits lefties well. So
no, Kansas City does not hit lefties well.
Kansas City hits lefties.
They have a 98 WRC plus against lefties, only a 136 ISO.
Kansas City hits lefties better than they hit righties.
Well, by average, yeah. But average doesn't drive runs in.
They have...
Damn, they're...
See, I mean...
Hold on, let me see. Damn, their numbers against righties have gone down. 96 WRC plus 158 ISO. For a team that puts up a ton of runs, how the fuck is that possible?
They put up a lot of hits and runs, but they're playing small ball against lefties. They do not hit the ball hard. And 381 at-bats. They only have 2 triples and 8 home runs. Compared to 3 times the amount more at-bats against righties, and they have 5 times the amount of
it's
each.
Like more than half their lineup is like under 100 WRC plus. Dairon Blanco is their best hitter. He has a 256 WRC plus against righties, but he only has 20 plate appearances, so that's gonna regress. Salvi Perez, 189 WRC plus, 390 average. Nick Lofton, he's not even playing right now. Michael Garcia, 142 WRC plus. He has a super low K rate, 5%, only a 2% walk rate against lefties.
Jesus.
So he's getting on his OBP is fucking 308, which is basically his average against lefties. And then Bobby Witt Jr., he has a 22% K rate against lefties, 286 OBP, 242 average, 103 WRC plus.
It's a tough one.
Detroit is like, I mean, dude, they 118 ISO, bro. Like they don't hit, bro. They just this team stinks, dog. They just cannot hit.
And you look at the over under here too is sitting at 7, which is low as fuck.
Yeah. Way too low. Because the
Shit, everything is saying that this is a low game. Oh, I guess it's not great value there. You take Kansas City plus 1.5. It's at minus 175 though.
yeah.
You're paying a premium for that.
I mean, bro, Tariq Skubal is fucking insane, bro. 32% whiff rate, dude. 87th percentile. 31% K rate. 92nd percentile. Fucking average exit velo. 86.2. 89th percentile.
Yep.
I mean, the dude's like insanely good. Insane. I think he's like plus 150 to win the fucking AL Cy Young right now.
Wow.
That's how good he's been.
Wait till he has a bad start and then take it. Let it jump to 250. I mean, he hasn't had a bad start since.
And he's actually better on the road than he is at home. He's a 0.7 feet. Ben, he's got a 0.75 ERA on the road.
Jesus. Well, I mean,
lefties basically haven't hit him at all, dude. Like, if he's facing a lefty, you could basically they can just go to the dugout.
Yeah. What does Kansas City look like lefty-wise?
Well, Pasquantino is one of their best hitters. He's a lefty.
They have a lot more.
I mean, they're pretty even, and they platoon a lot, but like the back end of their lineup isn't great either way. Like Michael Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Pasquantino, and Salvi Perez basically do like all their damage.
Yeah. And
Massey's been good, but Massey's a lefty, so you could basically fucking chalk him up. The only question here is do the Tigers score runs?
Yeah.
Can they muster enough runs to win a game? Because
3?
Yeah, you basically only need 3 when you have Skubal on the mound. I mean, Raggins, he's been good, but he's nowhere near the level of Tariq Skubal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Raggins hasn't been good at home. He has a 4.4 ERA at home. Bro, he's only faced 33 lefties, but they're hitting him at 333. It's pretty fucking weird. He has reverse splits. Better against righties than he is against lefties. He's good first time through the order. Second time through the order, 5.68 ERA. Third time through the order, 1.38 ERA. He's only faced 55 batters third time through. Skubal, on the other hand, basically unhittable first time through. Second time through, 1.59. Third time through, 2.70.
What was Reagan's the first time?
Oh, sorry, hold on. I read that wrong. Skubal, first time through the order, 1.23 ERA. Second time, 0.79. Ooh, third time through, 5.40. But he's only faced 46 batters third time through. Raggins, First time through the order, 2.66. Second time through the order, 5.68. Third time through, 1.38.
Okay, so it's the second time through. Okay. Best bet. It's gonna be fucking horrendous. No run first inning.
These are usually the ones where I like to bet the over or your fee because all the values on the. Because I mean, the Nerfy on this is gonna be like minus 180.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, that's why I said it was gonna be horrible.
I mean, I like Tigers money line if you can get it. Like, what is it at right now?
Like plus 105.
Tigers?
I'm sorry, minus 113.
I think that's pretty fair price. I'd like it more at like minus. I'd like it more at like a pick'em.
But that's pretty damn close to pick 'em.
I think you got to play the Tigers here, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Tariq Skubal, last time he faced the Royals, he went 7 innings, gave up 1 earned, 6 strikeouts on 4 hits. Raggins he has not faced Detroit yet this year.
Neither team has faced each other yet.
Yeah, Scubal's faced KC. Scubal faced KC on 428.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
He went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Yeah. Sorry. What does it say when it's money plus 59?
That's like how much money you're up if you back that pitcher.
But it's different between games?
Well, yeah, because every line's different. And you got to remember, like, most of the time you're betting on Scubal, he's always the favorite. Like, heavy favorite. I mean, both these pitchers are good, dude.
Why would you get because it was losses. Okay, I see. Okay, I get you. So if you bet on him versus Kansas City, if you put 100 down, it was minus 170, so you would have walked with $60. 59?
Yeah.
Is that what that's saying? Money? Huh. Okay.
Hold on, where are you reading that at?
Odd Shark.
Oh, okay.
It's in the pitcher logs. But like if for like the Yankees, it was 115. They were plus 115, but he lost, so it's minus 100. So if you put 100 down, you would have lost that 100 because they lost.
Yep.
I gotcha. Yep.
And most of the times, I mean, you have to lay the juice when you back Scubal. So the other thing too is Cole Raggins. He throws a lot of fastballs. That's his number one pitch. He throws it 39% of the time. Only a 176 average against, 243 xBA. But the Tigers are actually one of the best fastball hitting teams in the league. That's the one thing they do well on offense. 15.8 runs against average on fastballs. Every other pitch they're negative. So you could just throw on fucking off speed the rest of the way. As long as you don't fucking groove them a fastball, they ain't gonna fucking hit. However, their best hitters against fastballs are lefties, and as I mentioned before, Cole Raggins has struggled against lefties. So that is quite peculiar.
Indeed.
I like the Tigers money line. That's probably my best bet.
Yep.
They gotta avoid a sweep here.
We need them to avoid the sweep.
Bro, we just need them to start hitting. Because if these motherfuckers could just start hitting, then life would be so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, they pitch well. You know, I know tonight Casey Mize got shelled. And, you know, the other night, Reese Olson got hurt, so I'm not gonna shit all over the fucking Tigers for that one. Because I mean, when your starter gets hurt in the second inning, dude, you basically fucking chalk the game up.
Yeah,
because it was a 2-1 game at the time. Actually, I think it was 1-1 at the time, and then he got hurt. So it is what it is. They got to bounce back tomorrow, though. And then today, the game was like fucking out of hand by the fourth inning, dude. Casey Mize just was not good. He's got to be better.
Which is unfortunate, yeah.
And he's a good pitcher, man. But he is coming back from that Tommy John surgery, so
yep,
it is going to take some time. All right, let's move on to our final game. We're going to talk about Braves and Cubs. As I mentioned at the start of the show, the Braves went 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position today. Lost in extra innings 4-3 on a Nico Horner walk-off. They didn't even score the free run in the top of the 10th. That's how bad they were with runners in position. This team is just they are not playing well, dude. We could put it that way. They are in their last 10 games, Ben, what are they in their last 10? They are 4-6 in their last 10. They just haven't been good. Tomorrow they have Max Fried on the mound. He will be opposing Justin Steele, who has not been good since returning from injury. The Braves, if you want to back them, you're laying $1.42 on the other side with the Cubs plus $1.20, and the total is at 9 juice to the under. Although most books will not have a total until tomorrow morning, and given the fact that it all depends on wind. Like today, the total was 11 because the wind was fucking blowing out. But when you go 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position, it's tough to score runs. It's very tough. What do you
see if I got an over under?
Most books don't put it out till the day of.
Yeah.
FanDuel does have a 9 up. For as much shit as people talk about FanDuel and DraftKings, I will give them credit that they're like always first to the market on pretty much everything.
ESPN Bet has 8.5 juice to the over, but
yeah, and FanDuel has 9 juice to the under.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, looking at how these pitchers have pitched, you got Max Fried, who's Jekyll and Hyde, and you've got Justin Steele, who's been fucking Hyde. So, I mean, I think that over is definitely something that is very in play here.
Yeah, but
Justin Steele,
neither of these teams have been hitting, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
These pitchers have been dog water.
I know, but like neither of these teams have been able to hit.
Yeah. Cubs
haven't been good in the last week or so. Like the Cubs, like their offense started the year like so well, and they've really regressed, dude. Like in the last 7 days, they have a 68 WRC plus, dude. They're only hitting 182, 266 OBP, and 310 slugging. And the Braves haven't been much better, dude. Like the Braves, 98 WRC plus, 252 average, 139 ISO. Like they haven't been good either. Like neither of these teams are swinging the sticks well right now. Like they're both fucking cold as shit.
Yeah, San Diego put up 10 runs in their 4-game series against San Diego.
Yeah.
The Cubs put up 10 runs in their 4-game series against Pittsburgh. And then tonight you're looking at a 7.
Yep.
It's like both of these teams are better than they're playing.
I think this is more how the Cubs are. Like, I don't think the Cubs are as good as they started the year.
Yeah.
And like their starting rotation is still like lights out. Like today, Javier Assad only gave up fucking 2 runs, Ben, and he had like runners in scoring position every inning, dude. There was runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
You know, going 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position is harder than going 14 for 14. Like, dude, that's insane. You're telling me you can't even like muster a single hit in 14 at bats with runners in scoring position. These are professional baseball players, dude. I mean, if you had the under in this game, bro, you are looking up to the betting gods, and you're like, oh my god, dude, thank you. Because I mean, the Cubs weren't even good with runners in scoring position, dude. The Cubs went like, I think they went like 3 for 11.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
That's not even their best pitcher.
They went 4 for 14. So the teams combined went 4 for 28 with runners in scoring position.
Jesus Christ. If
you had the under, dude, you need to be fucking praying to the... I mean, you should go buy a lottery ticket, dude. That's what should happen. The Braves against left-handed pitching, 117 WRC plus, 173 ISO. So they're hitting with power against lefties. 259 average, 432 slugging, 337 WOBA. The Cubs, and the thing that's crazy about the Cubs, Ben, is remember when they started the year, bro, they were like 170 WRC plus the first few weeks against lefties. They've come all the way back down to earth. 111 WRC plus, 149 ISO against, 256 average, 404 slugging. And Justin Steele has not been good.
No, he really hasn't.
He 5.21 ERA, though, although he does have a 3.96 xFIP. But what scares me is like he's gotten shelled 2 starts in a row against the fucking Pittsburgh Pirates, dude.
Yep.
Who haven't been able to hit. But
he's going a little bit further into games now as he's getting further away from that injury, but he's still not going deep. He's not going to go deep tomorrow.
But I mean, like, you know, this isn't the Justin Steele we know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm expecting, you know, better starts as the season goes on. Like, I think he's, you know, he has a high chase percentage, doesn't have a high whiff percentage. His xERA is 3.76. Fastball velo down only 92 miles an hour right now. That's actually up from last year, though, surprisingly.
Huh.
So he's throwing it harder, but he's getting hit harder. Max Fried, on the other hand, he's been better. 97th percentile in average exit velo, so he's not getting hit hard at all.
Yeah. But he's getting hit a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't have like the swing and miss stuff that he once had. Only 53% chase percentage, 35% whiff. So he's only 23% of his pitches are whiffs, 29% K rate. He's not striking out a lot of guys. He's walking a lot of guys, 31st percentile in walk rate. But he doesn't get hit hard. 93rd percentile in hard hit rate. And he gets a lot of ground balls. It deuces a ton of fucking ground balls. I mean, this is hard because, like, I'm not laying $1.42 on the Braves, dude. Not right now.
Yeah.
I don't trust them at all. However, going 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position, I mean, like, dude, I wouldn't be shocked if tomorrow they just fucking shell.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe something that we look at team total over then.
Man, dude, their team total is going to be like 4.5. And they have not gone over that in fucking so long. When's the last time they scored over 4 runs? Like, this game should be like, if the Braves were like minus 125, minus 130, I'd play it. But
yeah.
at this,
they have one game in their last 6 that have gone over 4.
Yeah, it's tough. Honestly, lean the under in this game.
I don't know.
Damn, Justin Steele's basically been unhittable against lefties. Really struggling against righties, though. 291 average against. God, the Braves are 26 against fastballs, dude.
Wow, that's surprising.
Literally, they have like 3 guys that hit fastballs well in this lineup. Azuna, Denard, and fucking Ozzy Albies, and Arcia.
No, Albies is hurt, right?
No, Albies is back, but he's a lefty,
Okay.
so I mean, you could basically factor him out because Justin Steele's been so good. Orlando Arcia, though, he hits fastballs pretty well, and Justin Steele throws 62% of his pitches are fastballs. He's basically fastball slider pitcher. To righties, he's his fastball's getting hit 343 average against, dude.
Wow.
I think the big thing too is like Austin Riley's hurt, right? He's supposed to be back this week, though, they said at some point.
Day to day.
And then, Sean Murphy is hurt. So you don't have Murphy, you don't have Austin Riley. That makes it tough, dude.
Austin Riley's estimated return date is the 22nd.
That's tomorrow.
Okay. Sean Murphy's the 27th.
Yeah, he just started rehab assignment. Max Fried's been better on the road, too, than he has at home. 3.09 ERA away from home. And, dude, like, what is up with this shit? Against lefties, he's given up a 442 average. Against righties, a 143. Wow. Like, what the fuck? First time through the order, he's getting shelled. 5.40 ERA. Second time through, 0.44. Third time through, 7.84. So if you're going to get to him, you got to get to him early.
Yeah.
Or late. He's given up 11 runs in the first time through the order, 10 runs second time through. He's only given up one earned run. I'm sorry, he's given up 10 third time through. He's only given up one run second time through the order. That's crazy. The Braves bullpen is fucking taxed too, dude. Especially going into extras today. Monday, because remember Monday they had that double header.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And then today they used Hernandez, so he won't pitch tomorrow. They used Jesse Chavez. He'll be available tomorrow. They used AJ Minter. He probably won't be available tomorrow. And then they used Aaron Bummer, who will be available tomorrow. And they'll also have Raciel Iglesias available, Dylan Lee, and Joe Jimenez. Jimenez was good until Monday. Monday is when he gave up fucking like 4 runs to the Padres.
Sounds like an over game to me.
Bro, I just don't trust either of these offenses, though.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I lean Braves.
Yeah.
No play for me on this game, but my lean is to Braves.
Damn, you said it before I did.
What?
No play for this game.
Yeah, this is just absolutely no play. If for the price gets down to like minus $1.25 Braves, I'll play it. But I'm not playing it at $1.42. No fucking way. No motherfucking way. Yep. You know who I do like tomorrow, though? And we're not going to talk about the game, but I do like the Marlins tomorrow.
Okay. You know who I like tomorrow?
What?
I think it's tomorrow. Dallas Stars.
Is that game? No, that game's not tomorrow. That game's Wednesday.
Is it?
Yeah, but the Oilers are going to win that series.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
I mean, I'm sorry, Thursday. Because tomorrow is the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah. Florida and New York tomorrow. Okay.
And we're taking the Florida Panthers.
Are we?
Dude, yes.
I don't think I'm gonna bet any fucking hockey this round.
I usually wait till like game 2 because like I like going back the other way of the winner. All right, let's get some best bets, man.
Here we go.
What do you like?
All right, so best one for tomorrow, I'm gonna go with 2. From the Mets Guards game, I'm gonna go with the over for the first 5. I like Guards first 5. I like over full as well, but best bet is gonna be first 5 over 4.5, maybe 5. Second game, we're gonna go with Detroit money line as the best bet. I'll also take Detroit first 5, and we might get some nickels out of the no-run first inning here.
You like the nerfy?
So there might be some nerfy action.
All right.
Yeah, you might have to bet 2 units to win what you would normally win with 1 unit, but I think that nerfy's gonna hit. Last game, I really don't like anything. Like you said, a lean Braves, but probably won't put a bet on this.
Yeah, agree with you there. All right, my best bets are I like Tigers money line tomorrow. I like the over 8.5 in Guards and Mets, and then I'm also going to take the Marlins money line, which we didn't talk about, but I like the Marlins tomorrow. And the reason why, and I'll say it pretty quickly because we didn't talk about the game. The Brewers bullpen is absolutely fucking taxed, dude. Like, they used every single one of their relievers on Monday, and then today they used their 3 best relievers. So I don't think any of them pitch tomorrow, which is an issue. Plus, they're going against Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo looked really good in his last start. He looked like he bounced back, and the Brewers are not good against lefties, dude. They're not good against lefties. So I do like the Marlins there tomorrow. I think we're getting a good price at plus $1.20, plus $1.21. I think this should be a little more to a pick 'em because also Freddie Peralta not good on the road. Hasn't been good on the road all year. Really hasn't been good on the road in his entire career. So give me the fish at that plus chicken tomorrow. I'll take it.
Fish.
Yep. The fishies. All right, thank you everybody for joining us, hanging out with us. If you missed any part of the show, you can run it back. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast fix. Look it up, Taproom Sports Podcast. Find us, listen to any part of the show that you missed. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let's get some winners home tomorrow. Hoping for a very big day. Love it.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll be back on Sunday night. I might stream throughout the week though at night and go through some games. Just check my Twitter at Jordan Rules TSP. I'll post it on there. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Taproom_sports. We'll see y'all later. Have a blessed Wednesday. We're out. Peace.